Hello, GTS friends. Welcome to Girl Talk Show. I'm here as the host, Esther Paul, and my co-host.
Tatie.
All right. And also, we have like a special guest. His name is Peter, a good friend of ours. Say hi, Peter.
Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me.
No problem. We happy that you're on. We actually are on Girl Talk. Uh, with everything that's going on with the epidemic of COVID-19. We're praying for the people who are affected by it, and we'll get through this,
Definitely.
with God. So definitely. So we're just bringing positive vibes. All right. Today, our topic is why is it so hard to basically, with dating? Why is it so hard these days to find someone? So that's what we're talking about today. Do you guys have any problems with that?
Um, for me, I would say that not that I'm into really the dating scene right now, but I find like a lot of the issues is that sometimes people kind of have too many expectations. And with having
Right.
too many expectations, it's very difficult for somebody to have everything they want. Like some people are like, well, he's not tall enough. He has every other quality, but he's not tall enough. So that might be one thing. He
Right.
doesn't have a job that makes, certain amount of money. Like people actually look for these things. And when they don't find these things, they kind of give up or
That's
they
true.
push away
That
other
is so
people.
true.
Yeah, or they push away other
That is
people who
so
could
true.
be, great boyfriends, great husbands.
Mm,
But because of their high
that
expectations,
one
they
thing.
push them away. Yeah.
Mm,
Mhm. So
that's so true. That is so true.
mhm.
As women, we aim really high, and sometimes you can't have everything.
Yeah.
You can't have everything. You gotta just be like, all right, I could take this, I could take that. You know, um, I don't know. Like you just gotta basically put in what is like the basics that you want in a man. Like is he, God fearing? Um, does he, especially if you're like a single mom, does he love kids? Those kind of things. I think those are very
Things that
important.
are important. Yeah.
Yeah. Does he love his mother?
Mhm.
Those kind of stuff. What about you, Peter?
Well, for me, like Tatiana said, I'm not really kind of guy that looking for a date and all that. Well, I am, but be honest. But I have to agree with what you say
Right.
as far as the high expectation. And a lot of people, that
Hmm.
I run into, in my experience, have hidden agendas. Like, trying to get some money out
Right.
of you just so they can get their hair did
Yeah.
or their toes done.
Yeah.
Especially,
Yeah.
and I'm one of those guys that
That's so true.
I like, I like nice feet. And if they find that out from the door, well, you gotta get my toes done. You
You
right,
pay for
boss.
my
Um,
pedicure.
You gotta pay for
yeah.
this and my hair did. But who paid for that before I came on the set?
Yeah.
I just like,
Hmm.
all right, here's one of my things. I mean, not to be like that, but I'm gonna be straight up. I didn't see you behind. I
Hmm.
just want to know what's on your mind. You know what I mean? That's for me.
Right.
I want to know
Mhm.
what you're thinking about. Are we equally yoked? Can we get
Yes.
along together? If we
Yeah.
agree
So
on a
important.
subject, can we work it out without, ripping each other's throats out
Right.
or bad mouthing each other
Right.
or,
Right.
you get my point.
Right. But you know what I
So,
see also? People rush in too quick in a relationship. Not taking your
mm,
time, that
definitely.
ruins the relationship so quick. That's happened to me. Rush, 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 rush. and people don't want to get to know each other, and that's like so
Right.
important, so important. I
Right.
mean,
That's big too. Hmm.
Right.
I
very.
To
like
get
I
to
like
know,
that
get
you
to know
said
the
that,
person.
because a lot of people, like you said, don't kind of skip the dating part and automatically, oh, I want to be your boyfriend. Like, we gotta talk first. I want to get to know
Right.
you. I want to be able to see what we have in common, what we don't have in common, what we agree with, what we disagree with. Like, I won't be able to
Mhm.
do that if you're automatically my boyfriend. Like, like, I have
Right.
to learn these things, and that's why I think dating is very important, because I feel like if you don't date, if you don't court, whatever, um
Yeah.
then it becomes an issue, because then you get into a
I like that
relationship with
word
somebody
court.
you don't know. Yeah, and that's
Mm.
another thing. Some people have different terms for it. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I've heard different things for it. Everybody considers dating different. People think
Right.
having a boyfriend is dating. In a way it is, because also some people consider that this person, you're not serious with this person until that's your fiance, until that's your, you know,
Right.
somebody that you plan on getting married with. But there's, I've heard talking, like me and this person are talking. So then when two people are talking, does that mean you can talk to other people? So, or
Right.
Right. Right.
I've heard
I
courting.
I think you just got to be honest about that. Like, all
Yeah,
right,
definitely from the jump.
we're dating, get to know each other, but I have someone else that might be a potential. So I think it's mainly honesty.
Oh yeah, and
Honesty is
communication.
so big.
And
And
communication.
communication, exactly.
That's right. Definitely communication.
Definitely.
Because if I
Hmm.
can't communicate with you, and we're not on the same page all the time, then
Hmm.
bye bye. Next.
Yeah.
I mean, not to be mean, but
Yeah,
we,
yeah,
we have
That's
to, we
what
have
I
to be on the same
do.
page some of the time.
yeah. At least.
We have
Mm-hmm.
to make this thing work
So
if we want it to work.
Yeah.
Because I'm
exactly.
sorry to cut you off, but what I learned
Mhm.
coming
No,
up
you
as a
could go.
young man,
Hmm.
men and women will never speak the same language. So somewhere in the middle, we have to
Facts.
come to a neutral medium, you know. And if we can't work it out right
Hmm.
there, we separate for a minute, come back, bring it back to the table and say, hey, this issue is not resolved, so let's work this out.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like working it out.
Right.
Yeah. And some people aren't willing to do that. Some
Right.
people aren't willing to communicate. Some people are
Right.
not willing to work things out, talk things through. So it's very hard for you not to know that this person doesn't do these things if you don't date.
Hmm.
So that's why I
Right.
just feel like it's just very, very important
Yeah.
for us to, be able to do that. But kind of going back to why it's very difficult. I think it's also difficult because some people don't know how to date. Some people don't know how to take people out. You know,
Yeah.
This is true.
um,
Mm.
Just
find.
talking to a person. Some people don't know how.
Yeah, yeah. Some
Just
people don't
talking.
know how to do that. Yeah, and that's the
That's why
Yeah.
they
first
have
part.
the quick, fast, in a hurry. Go online, meet somebody online, talk to them without. No,
Yeah.
I want to know what you smell like. I want to know what your hands feel like when I hold your hand.
Like
I want
that's
to
too
know what you
quick.
look like when you cry.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to know. I want to know everything I can about the
Facts.
person. I don't want
Yeah.
to move too fast. I want to be able to look back and say, okay, we're learning each other.
Mhm.
You know
Yes.
your ins and
Yes.
outs, what makes you cry, what makes you smile.
Mhm.
Right. And
Mhm.
I think it goes back to, okay, life is too short.
Mhm.
You don't waste people time if you're not interested in what the person, you know, has on the table. You just got to be like next, like you said, because sometimes wasting time, you might lose the person that was meant for you. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just got to go straight to the point, put everything on the table. If it's not that, you go to the next person, you know?
Mhm. And it's interesting. Like, for
So
example.
sometimes it
Right.
could get
Or you
hard.
just wait.
Mm-hmm. For example, like somebody messaged me
Yeah,
the other
sometimes you
day.
just have to wait. Be patient.
Yeah. Somebody messaged me the other day and they saw my picture on Instagram. They're like, "Oh, you're so beautiful." So I said, "Oh, thank you." And then the next message, literally, "Can I have you?" Sir, I don't know you. So it's just interesting. Like people are just very quick.
Right.
Really, really quick. It's just like, what do you mean, can I have you? Like, I don't even know you. I don't know your last name. I don't know where you're from. I don't know what you do. Nothing.
Facts.
That was
Can
my
I
point.
have
Right.
you?
Right.
Facts.
Like, it was interesting. I'm like, all right, blocked. Like, you need to be, you need to be blocked because it's just like,
That's
what?
real. You block
It's
them.
sad that it had to come to that.
So it's
You
just,
That's
block
real.
them. That's right, girl. That's
Yeah.
right.
It's sad that it had to come to that. But that's real. That's real.
and then I posted a picture
No, but
of,
that's the way you gotta do it sometimes because
Yeah. That's real.
it's too much.
yeah. Some people can
What
be
you said,
like,
Tattoo?
and then they'll always be like that. Now, saying I posted a picture one time also on Instagram, and it was a picture of my cousin, and he messaged me talking about something. Oh, who's that? Sir, what? Are we, did we get in a relationship and I didn't even know? Like, it was just very weird. So I think that also makes dating really weird. I mean, like hard because it's just like some people are just too fast, too quick. It was just like, why do you don't know anything about me?
Yeah. For me, I don't want a quick fix.
Yeah, you know, you're right.
I want a long-term, long suffering. You know what I mean? Look, I want to see you at your best. I will see you at your worst.
Exactly.
I want to be there. I don't want to waste my. I'm too old to play games. First of all,
Yeah.
I'm way too old to be playing games. I'm
I know
wasting my time.
exactly.
Either you're gonna be
with me too.
together or
Yep.
see, in a relationship with me, it has to be not 50-50. But that's only halfway. I want to give you 100 and you give me 100.
Yeah.
Of yourself. You know what I mean? Of your time, of your emotions. I don't want 50 of you. I want all 100 of you eventually. It's a process.
And I think
it's not going to happen overnight where, hey,
exactly. Exactly. But you know what? It also, like you said, like sometimes I guess when you're like younger, you know, you don't know what exactly you want. But as you get older, you like, listen, this is what it is, you know? Like you said. You know what I'm saying? Like with me, like I'm close to 40. I'm like, I don't got time to play games, you know? What you said?
Right.
What he said?
I said, when you get older, that wisdom kicks in. You know exactly what you want and what you don't. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't got time for that. Like, I got kids, you know what I'm saying? So, and, you know, right now, especially, like, I'm focused too. So I'm not really focused on dating anyone. I'm more focused on trying to, you know, build my empire and build me, you know? So, and, you know, take care of my kids. But, you know, a lot of times, you know, a lot of people, you know, they don't know exactly what they want. But I know what I want.
Dating can be a distraction.
I do have some responses from, I was going to say, I just got a response from somebody on Instagram and they said, on regards to why dating is so hard, they say people just date to pass the time instead of dating for marriage. So it's like kind of like, I'm bored. Let me date somebody so I could have something to do.
That's so true. That's so true. You got any more?
That mentality from the door doesn't work.
No.
I got enough friends.
Yeah. If you're bored, go find some friends to hang out with. Yep.
Yeah.
For real. Buy a puppy.
Yeah. Yep.
Another
a puppy. And we have another response that says people don't know how to be in actual relationships, which we talked about. Like people don't know how to date. People don't know how to be in a relationship, how to take care of women.
Right.
Or a man. So that's the reason.
That's why there's so many dating sites out instead of that one-on-one connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a guy
and
goes on a dating
you also
site,
gotta look at
and he's been talking to the same girl for 3 years, but he calls her wifey and all that. I'm like, how? You don't even know what she smell like.
Wait,
Right.
he's been
You don't
talking
even
to
know if
her
that's
for
her
3
because you
years.
never see her in person.
Wow.
3 years.
Wow.
And that's wifey to him.
Wow.
But he's never seen her in person.
Right.
He get pictures of her and conversation that he texts. It could be some fat white guy sitting in the corner somewhere. I don't know. I want to be able to see my person. I want to be able to talk to them. I want to know what they're feeling that day.
So how do you guys feel about
really
how do you guys feel about dating apps and dating websites and things like that? Do you think they're appropriate? Do you think people should try to go on a dating app if they can't find anybody else in like their immediate surroundings to date? Like how do you guys feel about that?
Well, with me,
for me, I think you should get out more.
I've done that when I was like younger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did that when I was younger, and is to me is not like I don't think that's like a good way. But I mean, some people have gotten married, you know, with that. But I don't know. As a woman, with me, I feel like my husband's gonna look for me, or I rather a man look for me than I look for a guy on, you know, to go on a site to go look for them, you know. I don't know. I mean, the old me, the young me, didn't know any better. But what I know right now, I know I will let the man that want to be with me look for me, you know. So
which we talked
I'm more
before. We
old
talked
school.
about on the last episode. We talked about someone coming to you instead of, or God giving you somebody instead of you going to find the person.
Yes, that's the best way. The best way to do it.
That's what I like. Somebody.
What about you, Peter?
When God give it to you, then you know it's good.
Yeah.
When God give it to you, you know it's good. When you go looking for things, sometimes we look for things in the wrong place. And I think online, looking for somebody online is like a spider looking for a fly online. Sometimes you bring up the wrong thing. You go,
exactly.
I want somebody that God's going to put.
You might need a murderer.
It's a certain feeling that.
So definitely.
Right. Yeah.
So you disagree about?
I don't think that's a good idea because you need. Yeah, I disagree.
Right, at all. Because you think of the word internet, you're entering a net of all kind of stuff. And when a fisherman goes fishing, he catches all kind of stuff. Sometimes he catches the right fish, he catches the wrong fish, he catches an old boot. Yeah. So you know,
that's a good way to put it.
Throw yourself out there in the net. Yeah, you really got to be careful.
That's a very good way.
You can meet a woman in church, and she can still be the wrong person. So,
oh yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
Something else to think about.
You just gotta wait on God.
You can meet her in the library. You can meet her on the street.
Somewhere good, yeah.
God's gonna plant that person though.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Definitely.
So, what would you guys say to somebody that's, you know, kind of impatient and, you know, don't want to really wait anymore, and want to do things like that, like, you know, and it's tough because you want to wait on God.
Bye.
Yeah.
You want to wait on God. So do you think? Here's my question. Do you think that after a certain age, do you think dating kind of goes out the window? Or do you think people should date even if they're getting, you know, older in age?
I think they should. They should.
I think we almost were meant to be with somebody.
Yeah. I think so. But I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like you should just wait on God, like we were saying earlier. It will happen, like it will, come together in a way that, you can know, like, okay, God, that's you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think you should have to search and date and be all over the place. You know what I'm saying? With time, with
Right.
God's, he will make that happen. So I don't think you should be all over the place dating.
Yeah.
What do you think, Peter?
Yeah, I agree. I agree, because you'll know when it's God, it always works out fine.
Yeah.
It's not perfect
Mm-hmm.
because it's people, it's just people, but still, when God puts somebody in your life, things fall into line with what you're thinking, versus vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for me, like, I know me, I've chased a lot of, a lot of the wrong things, and then had to deal with it later on. But in
Right.
the end result, I'm still standing because I still trust God with it.
Mm-hmm.
And He'll show you
Amen.
exactly who's supposed to be in your life and who's not supposed to be in your life. Like, I'm a single father doing single
Yep.
things with my little girl. You know what I mean? So if it's
And I
meant for me to
command you
have
that.
somebody in my
I
life, they
command you
will be.
that.
Mm-hmm.
If
Mm-hmm.
not,
I command
I'm
him on
keeping
that.
it moving.
That's beautiful.
That's what we're doing, right?
Yep. Yep. And
Yeah.
Gotta
also
stay focused.
to change the subject too, your children are watching you. So if you out there, you know what I'm saying,
With anybody.
it's not a good look,
Mm-hmm.
Yes, when you got kids too, they're like, oh, mommy's dating this person, dating that person, you know what I'm saying? So they're watching you, so you have to set an example too, to
Right.
be like, okay, you know what? When God sends me the one, He'll send it to me. I'm not worried about that right now. I'm worried, about my kids, trying to do what I need to do. It will happen, So I think it's very important to
Right.
the way that you do
Stay
things in front
focused,
of your
yeah.
kids too, So I commend you on that, Peter. You're doing an awesome
I
job
agree.
as a super dad.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's tough. I don't have any kids of myself,
Thank God for that. God
but
gets the glory, right?
yeah, but it's definitely tough being. I can
Take your
see from
time,
other
girl.
people being a single parent. So
Take
that
your
might be
time.
tough too, because you're like
Yeah.
trying to rush to find somebody to help you take care of your children, or you don't need help, but in a way you're just like, I just want to kick my feet up
Nah,
one
don't
day
need
and just have
that.
somebody here with me. So being patient is very hard, and I don't mean to cut you guys off on the conversation. We can continue, but we do only have 8 minutes left because it cuts off after 40
All
minutes.
right.
So if you have any
All
last
right. So,
minute topics,
I was gonna say the movie of the week. Since how everything is going on with COVID-19, so we got to be home doing Girl Talk Show. So movie of the week is Couples Night, and
Right.
it's Megan Gomez and Charles Malik Wilfield, and Tony Rock and Denise O'Keefe. And do you have scripture of the week, Tatie?
yeah. Hold on one second. I was just pulling it up. I was trying to see if anybody else answered about dating.
All right, no problem.
So hold on a second. Okay, so scripture of the week is 1 John 4, verse 7. And it says, "Beloved, let us love one another, for love is from God, and whoever loves has been born of God and knows God. Anyone who does not love does not know God, because God is love. In this, the love of God was made to manifest among us, that God sent his only Son into the world so that we might live through him. And this is love. Not that we have loved God, but that he loved us and sent his son to be the propitiation of his sins. Beloved, if God so loved us, we also ought to love one another. Okay, and that is 1 John 4:7 through 20.
All right. And song of the week is Aaron Cole, Shouldn't Be Here. So definitely, I don't know if you guys know the 3 Ps. Do you guys know the 3 Ps? Oh, she said, okay. Peace.
I do. Yeah. Okay.
Pray.
Say it again.
And Peter, you know the 3rd one.
Yeah.
I said
Patience.
peace.
Patience.
Yes.
Prayer and patience.
Yes, patience. Yep. Prayer and patience. Yep, exactly. All right. So thank you guys again for making this happen. Even though
thank you for joining us.
Yes, yes. So I appreciate you guys for doing this. Okay. Love you guys.
Love you too. Thank you.
Bye. BTS friends. Bye. Bye.
Kev, we are too young to be this boring. We need some friends.
We are not boring. We're living the dream. Have you guys met any other young couples? Maybe get out and have some fun?
Take your crap and grow the hell up, bro! What's wrong with you? I need a man.
First thing in the morning, I will ask them to keep it down. Kev, the neighbors are having a party and we're invited. We've lived underneath them for the last few months and we haven't even introduced ourselves.
What's your name, bro? Kev. Kev, nice. Hey, y'all, this is Key and Kev, y'all. Black neighbors.
Oh, it's an agreement to be a faithful Couples Club member.
It's a contract.
All right, so the first game of the night is called Do You Know Your Partner?
Every black man knows how many rings Jordan got.
Okay, well, then how many championships do the Lakers have?
14.
16. I know I got that right, too.
Don't hate me because I'm a star, darling.
What exactly do you do, Kia? Started a food blog?
Girl's gotta get her hustle on.
Yeah, I'm just getting the booth and I'm gonna let it ride. Yeah. I got a little something right here, but I'm just gonna put it out.